Imagine a world where the Earth suddenly stops spinning. This event would have extraordinary consequences and transform life as we know it. The Earth's rotation is a key factor in maintaining the balance of ecosystems and life on the planet. When the Earth stops spinning, various natural phenomena and drastic changes will occur, affecting all aspects of life. In this narrative, we will explore 10 things that would happen if the Earth stopped spinning, each explained in 4 paragraphs to provide a deep understanding of its impact. One. Atmosphere displacement. If the Earth suddenly stopped spinning, the atmosphere, which previously moved along with the Earth's rotation, would continue to move at a speed of about 1,770 kilometers per hour at the equator. This would cause incredibly strong winds, capable of destroying buildings, trees, and other infrastructure. Anything not firmly attached to the Earth's surface would be hurled eastward at high speeds, creating massive chaos. Additionally, this sudden change would result in extreme fluctuations in air pressure. Areas that previously had stable air pressure would experience drastic changes, leading to storms and extreme weather. These strong winds would also carry dust and debris into the atmosphere, reducing visibility and affecting air quality. In the long term, the atmosphere would begin to adjust to the new conditions. However, this process would take time, and during this period, life on the Earth's surface would face significant challenges. Humans and animals would struggle to breathe due to poor air quality and drastic pressure changes. 2. Weather pattern changes. The Earth's rotation plays a crucial role in forming weather patterns. When the Earth stops spinning, the weather patterns we know will change drastically. Without rotation, winds that usually move from west to east will cease, causing significant changes in the distribution of heat and moisture across the planet. Regions that previously had moderate climates might experience more extreme changes. For example, tropical areas that are usually warm and humid could become extremely hot due to constant sunlight, while polar regions could become colder due to the lack of heat distribution. Rainfall patterns would also change, with some areas experiencing extreme droughts while others face massive floods. These changes would have a significant impact on agriculture and water resources. Crops that depend on certain weather patterns might not grow well, leading to decreased food production. Additionally, changes in rainfall patterns could cause water shortages in some areas and excess water in others, disrupting the balance of ecosystems. In the long term, these weather pattern changes will significantly affect human life. Communities that rely on agriculture will face major challenges in maintaining food production. Moreover, extreme weather changes will increase the risk of natural disasters such as floods and droughts, causing substantial economic and social losses. 3. Extended day and night. If the Earth stopped spinning, one day would last an entire year. This means one side of the Earth would experience continuous daylight for 6 months, while the other side would endure a long night for 6 months. This change would have a profound impact on life on Earth. During the extended daylight period, temperatures on the sunlit side would rise drastically. The land and water would absorb heat, causing extremely high surface temperatures. This would make many areas uninhabitable due to the extreme heat. Conversely, the side experiencing the long night would become very cold, with temperatures dropping far below freezing. This change would also affect the circadian rhythms of living organisms. Many organisms, including humans, rely on the day-night cycle to regulate their biological activities. With this change, many living beings would struggle to adapt, leading to health and behavioral issues. In the long term, life on Earth would undergo significant changes. Humans might need to develop new technologies to survive in these extreme conditions, such as more efficient heating and cooling systems. Additionally, this change would affect how we plan daily activities and manage time. 4. Changes in Earth's magnetic field. The Earth's rotation plays a crucial role in generating the magnetic field that protects us from harmful radiation from space. If the Earth stopped spinning, this magnetic field would weaken or even disappear entirely. Without the magnetic field, the Earth would be exposed to cosmic radiation and solar winds that could damage the atmosphere and life on the surface. This radiation can cause damage to the DNA of living organisms, increasing the risk of cancer and other diseases. Additionally, higher radiation levels could damage the technology we rely on, such as satellites and communication systems. Without the protection of the magnetic field, life on Earth would face serious threats from space. In the long term, the loss of the magnetic field could also affect the Earth's climate. The magnetic field helps keep the atmosphere stable, and without it, the atmosphere could be eroded by solar winds. This would lead to a decrease in atmospheric pressure and more extreme climate changes. To address this issue, humans might need to develop new technologies to protect themselves from radiation. This could include building artificial radiation shields or developing medications that can protect the body from radiation effects. However, these challenges would require significant effort and technological innovation. 5. Changes in sea levels. Without rotation, the centrifugal force that helps maintain the distribution of water in the oceans would disappear. As a result, seawater would move towards the poles, causing a drop in sea levels around the equator and a rise at the poles. This would create two large polar oceans separated by a belt of land in the middle. This change would drastically alter the Earth's geographical map. Many areas currently below sea level would emerge, while other dry areas would become submerged. This would lead to massive displacement of human and animal populations, as well as significant changes in marine and terrestrial ecosystems. Additionally, this change would affect ocean currents and global weather patterns. Ocean currents that currently help distribute heat across the planet would be disrupted, leading to more extreme climate changes. This would impact marine life and ecosystems that rely on ocean currents for nutrients and stable temperatures. In the long term, humans might need to develop new technologies and strategies to adapt to these changes. This could include building new infrastructure in previously uninhabitable areas or developing new methods to manage water resources. However, these changes would require significant effort and global collaboration. 6. Loss of centrifugal gravity. The Earth's rotation creates a centrifugal force that helps reduce the effect of gravity at the equator. Without rotation, this force would disappear, causing an increase in gravity at the equator and a decrease at the poles. This change would affect everything on the Earth's surface. At the equator, the increased gravity would make everything feel heavier. This would affect daily human activities, such as walking and lifting objects. At the poles, the decreased gravity would make everything feel lighter, which would also affect physical activities. This change would also affect the structure of buildings and infrastructure. Buildings designed to withstand a certain level of gravity might not be able to withstand these changes, leading to damage and collapse. Additionally, changes in gravity would affect water flow and nutrient distribution in the soil, impacting agriculture and ecosystems. In the long term, humans might need to develop new technologies and strategies to adapt to these gravity changes. This could include building stronger and more resilient structures or developing new methods to manage natural resources. However, these changes would require significant effort and technological innovation. 7. Ecosystem changes. Drastic changes in weather patterns, temperatures, and water distribution would have a significant impact on ecosystems worldwide. Many species that rely on specific environmental conditions might not be able to adapt to these changes, leading to mass extinctions. Animals that depend on the day-night cycle for hunting and breeding would struggle to adapt to the extended day and night periods. Plants that rely on certain weather patterns to grow might not survive, leading to decreased food production and changes in the food chain. Additionally, these changes would affect interactions between species. Animals that previously lived in different areas might have to compete for the same resources, leading to conflicts and changes in ecosystems. For example, predators that usually hunt at night might have to adapt to hunting during the extended daylight, altering the dynamics of the food chain. Changes in temperature and weather patterns would also affect the natural habitats of many species. Tropical rainforests, for example, might experience severe droughts, threatening the flora and fauna that depend on high humidity. Conversely, polar regions that become colder would face new challenges in sustaining existing life. Furthermore, these changes would impact the reproductive cycles of many species. Animals that rely on the day-night cycle or specific seasons for breeding might not be able to adjust, leading to population declines. Plants that depend on certain weather patterns for flowering and fruiting would also be affected, disrupting the food chain and ecosystems as a whole. In the long term, these ecosystem changes would require significant human efforts to preserve biodiversity. This could include more intensive conservation efforts, the creation of artificial habitats, and research to understand how species can adapt to new conditions. However, these challenges would require global collaboration and innovation in environmental science. Eight. Technological disruptions. Many technologies we rely on today depend on the Earth's rotation. Geostationary satellites, for example, are designed to stay above the same point on the equator by following the Earth's rotation. If the Earth stops spinning, these satellites would no longer be in the correct position, causing major disruptions in communication and navigation. Additionally, changes in the Earth's magnetic field would affect technologies that rely on the magnetic field to function. Compasses, for example, would become inaccurate, causing navigation problems. Other technologies that depend on the magnetic field, such as certain types of sensors and measuring devices, would also be affected. These disruptions would have a significant impact on daily life. Global communication would be disrupted, causing problems in coordination and disaster response. Navigation disruptions would affect transportation and logistics, causing delays and difficulties in delivering goods and services. In the long term, humans might need to develop new technologies to overcome these disruptions. This could include developing alternative navigation systems that do not rely on the magnetic field or geostationary satellites, as well as improving communication infrastructure to handle disruptions. However, these challenges would require significant technological innovation and investment. 9. Changes in human life. Drastic changes in the environment and technology will have a significant impact on human life. Many people will struggle to adapt to these changes, leading to stress and mental health issues. Additionally, changes in weather patterns and temperatures will affect physical health, with increased risks of heat-related and cold-related illnesses. These changes will also impact the global economy. Many industries that rely on specific environmental conditions, such as agriculture and fisheries, will face major challenges in maintaining production. This will lead to economic instability and rising food prices, affecting the well-being of communities worldwide. Furthermore, these changes will alter the way we live and work. Many people may need to relocate to safer and more habitable areas, leading to large-scale population movements. This will affect social and cultural structures, changing how we interact and build communities. In the long term, humans will need to develop new strategies to adapt to these changes. This could include building more resilient infrastructure, developing new technologies to address health and economic challenges, and increasing conservation efforts to protect biodiversity. However, these challenges will require global collaboration and collective efforts to create a sustainable future. Psychological and social impacts. The drastic changes in the environment and daily life will have significant psychological and social impacts. Many people will experience stress and anxiety due to the uncertainty and rapid changes. This can lead to an increase in mental health issues, such as depression and anxiety disorders. Additionally, these changes will affect how we interact with others. Economic and social instability can lead to increased conflicts and tensions between communities. Large-scale population movements can also cause social issues, such as increased poverty and inequality. These changes will also affect our outlook on the world and the future. Many people may feel a loss of hope and optimism, which can impact motivation and productivity. Rebuilding trust and hope in society will require significant efforts. In the long term, humans will need to develop new strategies to address these psychological and social impacts. This could include improving mental health services, building more inclusive and sustainable communities, and increasing education and awareness about the importance of adaptation and resilience. However, these challenges will require collective efforts and global collaboration to create a better future. If the Earth stopped spinning, the impacts would be vast and profound, affecting all aspects of life on the planet. From atmospheric and weather pattern changes to psychological and social impacts, every aspect of life would undergo significant changes. While this scenario is highly unlikely, understanding its impacts can help us appreciate the importance of the Earth's rotation in maintaining balance and life on the planet. By doing so, we can better appreciate and protect our environment for a better future.